Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. So in today's video, I decided to bring back this technique, which was shared many years ago with me, and I thought it was just amazing. So I was practicing the other day, and here's what I came up with. I used retired designer series paper, and then I used the Happy Little Things stamp set to do the cake, the flowers, and then the sentiment. Let's see, did I do anything on the inside? I did. I used that same stamp set, Sunshine and Smiles, Happy Birthday. Such a cool, pretty card, right? And honestly, I didn't even put any embellishments on here. I didn't think it needed anything. So we're going to do this technique today, and let's get started. I'll put this here so I can see it and refer back to it. So basically you're going to want 2 or 3 pieces of designer series paper. You could use both sides. I'm just going to use the front sides here because I'm using Misty Moonlight as my card base. So what you want to do is, and you can cut all 3 of these on the on your trimmer at the same time. You want to cut them so that they are 1.5 inches. So make sure they're all lined up. I'm going to leave them at 6 inches. My other card, I cut them down to 5.5 inches. So 1.5 inches, all 3, and we're going to cut once. Okay, so we'll save these for something else. Now what you want to do is you want to cut corner to corner. So I'm going to place these back in my trimmer, and I'm going in the track, corner to corner in the track. Okay, and again, I've got all 3 pieces here, and I'm just going to slice this up and then down. And I like to start the blade in the center when I'm doing something like this, that it's not pushed up against the edge, so that I don't tear the paper. Okay, so I think we are done with our trimmer. I'll set that aside in case I need it for something, but I think I'm done. So I've already adhered some of these pieces together, and I did cut out a little part here because I didn't want to waste 2 pieces of the metallic. Now this is the textured metallic specialties designer series paper, and it comes in a pack of, I think it's 3 colors. I think it's gold, this kind of black silver, and then a copper. So I cut that out. This is going on the inside. So we'll stamp that before we tape it in, glue it in. And then I also did the same thing on the outside because I didn't want to waste that big white piece of paper, cardstock. I could use that for something else. All right, so that's that. I need this piece. All right, so what you want to start doing is taking your little triangles now, and you want to find the midpoint on the card base, cardstock, not the card base. And I just eyeball it. I mean, I think it's like 2 1/8 is where the center point is. And you just want to start laying your pieces down. Now I like to lay them down, make sure I'm happy with them before I start gluing them. I can also use my grid sheet if I wanted to, but that's too much work. So I'm just going to start laying them down in the pattern that I like. Let's see, let's get some confetti in here. And you don't want to have 2 pieces that are alike butting up against each other. I guess there is just 1 piece there. It looked like there was 2. Okay, so we're going to put the confetti there. And I am going to leave a small space in between so you can see the pretty paper underneath. Then we're going to do the snowflakes. Couldn't think of the name of that. And then I'm going to do, let's see, how many pieces do I have left? 6. Nope, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do the, did I do this wrong? I did this wrong. I feel like I should have more pieces here. This, and then this. Well, that was a little odd. I made a mistake. So anyway, what you'll need to do is, so I had 3 of these cut. I actually need 6. 6 pieces that are measure 1.5 by 6 inches, and then you'll cut them all diagonally. So I just needed 3 more pieces because I was saying, geez, that doesn't work. I mean, I could have made it work, but it would have been not fun. So you'll get to learn from my mistakes, and I hope they help you as well. So you'll want 6 pieces of DSP in coordinating colors that measure 1.5 by 6 inches. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, we can put the trimmer out of the way. And I can also put these aside, and I could use them on my envelopes. Okay, so let's get started here. So I've got these going down. And again, you want to keep different patterns next to each other. So, and then let's see, we want to put this one here. And the confetti here. And I have these 2 pieces left. Now you'll see that I have down here needs to be filled in. But what I'm going to do is once I trim it, I'm going to add pieces down to there. So I'm going to save these for something else. All right, then when you're happy with the placement, you want to use, especially if you're using this kind of metallic paper, don't use the liquid glue because that will, it'll, you know how liquid glue, if you get on the paper, on the metallic, it just makes it very cloudy. So what I like to do is I like to keep them, move them off the cardstock, but keep them in the same pattern. Boy, my fingers are so dry, I cannot even grip these papers. They're just like not even moving for me. And you want to take your Stampin' Seal Plus, or the regular one's fine. I mean, this is DSP, it shouldn't be too bad. And I like to add my adhesive all over this piece. It just makes it easier. So, let's get this started. All right, so I'm just going to add adhesive to the whole piece. Just makes it easier. I guess the one nice thing about the metallic is that you can see where all the adhesive is. So, okay, so let's start adhering these pieces. And don't worry about the bottom part because you will be cutting that off. You'll be trimming the whole thing, actually. So I'm going to eyeball the center and just place that. And then just go along and keep placing the pieces, again leaving a little border in the center there. And I wouldn't worry about the liquid glue, not the liquid glue, the adhesive poking through. You could remedy that with, if you have an embossing buddy, you can use that to take away some of the stickiness. Just keep going down. And one more here. Now I'm not really pushing these down yet, and that's why they keep moving on me. All right, then we'll start up on this side now. Again, looking for that spacing. And laying these down ahead of time before putting the adhesive down allows you to make sure that you don't have two identical pieces next to each other. You could also do this with cardstock. A nice idea is to emboss the cardstock and throw a few pieces of those in there. Okay, so now I'm happy. I'm going to press that all down. Flip it over, press the back down. Okay, now we can get our snips and snip away. So I'm going to use my glue scissors. Now again, some of these pieces, obviously not these bottom ones, but the top piece, the side pieces, I will need them for this side and this side here. You can also use your trimmer for this. This really is a very pretty card. I love the look of it. It just really gives it a different look from, any other card. Okay. Take some more off of this end here, it looks like. All right, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to take, let's see, I want a snowflake on this side. And I think I need the stripes on the other side. And that's just a really, really, really tiny piece. Hope it sticks there. Okay, let's carefully remove the excess. All right, let's get these pieces out of the way. So there you go. First part is done. Now we can, I'm going to close up the seal because I don't think I need that anymore. All right, so let's set that aside. That's going to go on the front, but I don't want to put it on the front yet until I've done my sentiment. So for my outside sentiment, I'm actually using, I took out my Garden Meadow dies and I cut out two pieces, one from Basic White and one from Misty Moonlight of the arches. So, and because I just wanted a little piece for the bottom and I wanted it to have it offset, I cut two pieces, and these are the extra pieces left over. We'll use those on a future card. Okay, so let's stamp our greeting. So I am using Peaceful Season, wishing you and yours, and a season of wonder and happiness. So wishing you and yours a season of wonder and happiness. And then I'm also using the iconic imagery. We're going to use the snowflakes. And this is confetti, but we're going to pretend it's little flecks of snow. Okay? Alrighty, so let's see what we're going to do first. Why don't we do the inside first? So get that out of the way. So don't forget to do that. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to do, I am going to do heat embossing. I'm just not sure if I want to do the heat embossing on the snowflake, the sentiment, or the flecks of snow. So, where's my mat? and get that pierce mat. Definitely helps. Let's just re-wet that. Okay, and then we'll stamp this right in the center here. Nice. Set that aside. And let's bring this here. So the question is, do we do this in navy and do the snowflake in silver? I think that's what I'm going to do. So I want to do this in navy. I'm sorry, I keep saying navy. This is Misty Moonlight. Okay. And then we'll get a piece of scrap paper because I want to do some flecks of snow, but I don't want to do them in full strength. I want to do them in the 3rd generation. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th generation. So we're going to stamp off 4 times, 2, 3, and then the 4th one we're going to stamp on. 2, I'll do 3, and then 4. And I think that's enough for the specs. So now let's do the snowflake in, oh, you know what, I wanted to do the, add a few flecks here too. So let's do that. First, 2nd, 3rd, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Okay, I think that's good. Now we can close this up. And let's do our snowflake. So let's add some embossing buddy here. Put this underneath. I'm actually thinking of no, you know what, if I do it in the center, then you won't be able to see the, I should have done this first. Oh well. We're just going to put a little bit there. A little bit up here. And then a little bit up here. Okay. I probably shouldn't have just done what I did. I touched it by accident. Where's my tweezers? Here we go. And let's put some silver embossing powder down. Oh, and I just had another thought. Okay, let's set this aside because I might still use that. I get my heat tool and heat it up. There we go, it's starting to melt. Always fascinates me when that starts to happen. I just think that's the coolest thing. I don't know why. I'd love to know if you feel the same way when you're heat embossing. It's just the most cool thing to do. I don't know why. All right, I think we got that all. So my thought was to add maybe some snowflakes around the edge of this little guy here. I don't know. No, I'm going to do that on the other side and see what it looks like. How's that? If we like it, we'll do it. If we don't, then we won't. All right, so let's try this out. Where's that scrap paper? So I was thinking of just doing like a little bit of a halo around. You know, honestly, because I'm using the dark paper, I really could just leave that just as it is, right? But since we're here, let's do some heat embossing. Let's add some silver. See what it looks like. If I don't like it, then I won't use it. We'll just flip it over. That's why I did it on the other side, so that you really couldn't tell. All right, let's heat this up again. So let's put this together. Let me put the inside in. My intention was to use the Rhinestone Basic Jewels. Number one, I'm not even sure if they're still current. I think they are. I don't think they're retired. But it might not need that extra sparkle on the front of the card because we have those sparkly snowflakes. So let's add this to the back, or yes, glue to the back, add this to the front, and we'll add this other piece to the front. Ooh, that could have been bad. All right, so we're going to add this piece right here. Move that around. This piece we can add to the front. I was going to put this piece down with dimensionals, but I decided to put it down with liquid adhesive instead. So we're just going to be showing a little bit of that basic white, just a tiny bit. All right. Let's bring some dimensionals. And this piece will be added right to here, and you won't see those little points at the bottom. Center that up. Right about there, I think. So, there you go. Let's see, should we add some Rhinestone Basic Jewels? Let's see what they would look like. You know, I think they would actually look nice, so let's do that. I'll add a few of them. I'll add one here. Where's the other? Where's my putty end? We're going to put this on the snowflake. Like so. And put another one there. And put a little one there. Put that one over here, like so. So now we have an even amount, which they say that you should do them uneven. So let's add another one up here. Let's just do that right over here instead. Okay. Well, friends, if you're interested in the PDF, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter, as I've been sharing the weekly PDFs for my video tutorials. So if you want this one with the correct information, make sure you sign up for that tutorial. So friends, thanks again for joining me. I truly appreciate you. Please be sure to give me a like on YouTube. It certainly helps my channel, and it helps other people find my content. Have a great day. Until next time, bye-bye.